follow through with whatever plan you set, even if it's for the new year or every month, even for other things you do. So what are some new holiday rituals that can be blended in with all the gift giving and the eating and everything else? Well, one is resistance. I was just not too long ago watching one of the old Arnold pumping iron videos. Has anybody seen this? Yeah. Have you seen his passion for just lifting weights? It's ridiculous. And he talks about resistance as if he's, having sex and things like that. Pretty wild stuff. But even to the point where he said his own father died, and he's like, he wasn't even going to go to the funeral because he had a competition. Now that's way over the top. But just think of the concept of resistance as something that is a barrier for you that you're pushing through. If you do that with your own body weight, if you lift a chair, if you do, squats, if you have the rubber bands, it doesn't matter what you have. You need something to push against your muscles, to challenge your muscles, to stimulate them, to gain strength. What that's going to do is set up your metabolism to a state that when you eat something, it's just burning it. So that's the first thing we want to do, is increase more resistance in our efforts. Cardio, that's the ritual number 2. We've got to work our heart. And I'm going to show you some simple ways to do this throughout your day and things like that. But cardio is just a matter of getting oxygen into our bloodstream, having our heartbeat raised, having raising our heartbeat in BPMs, even if you have like a heart rate monitor or something. This is something that you want to monitor. And if you can do this during the holidays, it's going to be amazing. Then ritual number 3 is just the nutrition. Finding a way to blend that into all the other things that we take in, whether it's alcohol, sugar, candy, chocolates, cakes. Finding that steady line where they say even if you zig, you zag back. You zig, you zag back. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's saying here you have to be like, I definitely don't want to be considered like a food Nazi or some kind of health fanatic, but helping people guide and navigate that straight line of nutrition and health is very rewarding for me to see how they do it. And then also supplementation, vitamins, minerals, green drinks that help the alkalinity of your body, wheatgrass, all that stuff. All these things supplement the things that you're eating and help you become immune. That's where I was talking about the sickness thing. So you can just prevent even getting sick at all by the proper supplementation. And then ritual number 5 is professional assistance and support, which is what we do. So I used to say that this is also kind of like a wheel, and professional assistance and support is kind of like in the middle there. And these 4 things are a lot to think about, a lot to take care of. But it's kind of like I consider myself that assistance. When people come into the gym, these people are busy, they don't have time. When I have an hour with someone, I'm also going into all 4 of these rituals, but also mental rituals. And boom, they get it, and they're able to keep these things in order just by me helping them do that. And you can do that as well, just by understanding, at least being aware of them and using them. So what are some resistance and cardio exercises that are not pumping iron like Arnold, right? Because I think that's another misconception. Women think, oh, if I lift weights and I do resistance, that's just like going to make me all bulky and have big shoulders and masculine. Not at all. Resistance has to do with, again, using weight against the muscle. So taking the stairs can be a form of resistance. Jogging in place, body weight squats, reverse lunges are just, stepping down like this using the opposite legs. There's a lot of exercises. Planks, which are lying on the floor, elevating your hips and your body. Push-ups, squat thrusts, mountain climbers, jumping rope, walking the dog. That could be a resistance in itself. I even have a joke about that with the kettlebell that I use, that when we swing a kettlebell, it's like somebody, it's a dog pulling you away, so that can even help prepare you so you don't get hurt by doing stuff like that. Oops. Okay, so those are activities that you can do, right, physically. Then you've got eating well. The actual process of the eating is probably like it's a big part. I'd say it's like 60% of this whole process, because if you can control what you eat, then the energy and things like that are going to actually come to you, and actually you're going to feel that drive to want to exercise. So the biggest thing in the holidays is control of portions. I know that the plates in the restaurants are ridiculous nowadays. I mean, just our society, we're always bigger, more. And if you can at least control even if you serve or you're with people, you can control the portions, make them small, play small, that's going to help. Combine the food properly. Vegetables with, actually it's right down here. So you have, eat the raw salads first. This is combining the food properly. Veggies, and then cook vegetables next. And that's because the water-soluble things go into your bloodstream and actually digest very quickly. And then you have the meats, which is what you need is protein and all the solids if you eat meat or a meat substitute. Starches and desserts last, which are these sugary things. The other reason why is because when you fill up on all the good stuff, by the time you get to the other things, then it's hard for you to pile them in there. So you actually end up eating less of the things that are going to cause you to gain weight. And then of course, drink plenty of water and eat water-rich foods. So, and then finally, alkalize and energize is cleansing your body of toxins. There's a doctor by the name of Dr. Robert Young who talks about the acidity in our body, that we actually gain weight a lot because of the toxins. The pH balance of our blood is too acidic. So if you can eat a lot of greens, dark greens, drink a lot of water and lemons and things like that, you can actually alkalize and cleanse the body. So some simple food steps are substitute sugar for stevia and agave nectar, white rice and brown rice, white creamy dressings with Italian vinaigrette, and canned foods, replace them with fresh and frozen, and then fried foods, bake, steam, or roast instead of having fried foods. All right, so let me ask you this question right here just to see, how many people in here work out, let's say, once a week, at the minimum, just like at least just a few minutes of cardio or something? How many people work out twice a week, religiously, regularly? Okay, you can stick your hands up high. I want you to actually, people that work out just, maybe once a week, so keep your hands up. Everybody that works out at least once a week, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Okay. Okay, so now, if you work out twice a week, you can go ahead. Those who, if you don't work out twice a week, put your hand down. Okay. 3 times a week. 4 times a week. 5 times a week. 6 times a week. True warriors in here. Okay, good. But what I want to get to is the point that if we can work out 3 times a week during the holidays, it's really, really simple. People make this big problem out of staying fit during the holidays, but this is sort of a plan that I give to my clients, usually right before Thanksgiving. So it's like the beginning of November. So pretty much what I recommend is 3 workouts a week and about 1 hour per session. And that equals to about 6 workouts every 2 weeks. And by the time you get through all of this, you've accomplished 6, 12, 18, 24 workouts by the time 1 week after New Year's is here. And if you break things down like that, really simple when it comes to working out, you feel so good because you can actually knock out that 1 workout, then that 2nd workout, then that 3rd workout. And now, 4 weeks in, actually this is where we are, I would say that's when I would ask you to do this for yourself as well. Honestly reevaluate, how am I doing this holiday season? Am I keeping my promise to myself? Because that's what's going to motivate you as you go into the new year. And guess what? When 2012 comes, nothing magical is going to happen on January 2nd that's going to make you super excited about getting into the gym. You might get a few emails about New Year's resolutions, but we know all too well that by the time February and March comes, all those, gym memberships that people had committed to and were really vigorous about doing and wanted to be, they all go down and they just don't come back. So we don't want to see that. We want to see people succeed and get the most out of this. So think about it as a process and a journey versus, I'm just going to get in shape and then I'm going to be in shape. And then where will you be? Where do you go from there? And what shape do you want to be in? So I always tell people to have these small goals, continue on, and make it a process, make it a journey, find some exciting ways to work out. We have 1,000 different ways to work out in the gym, so many different training styles, so many different classes, that you can find that variety that you want out of it. And finally, I just want to close with just a few tidbits to remember. Again, there's 168 hours in every week, and you only need to work out 3 hours a week. So you do have time. Make time for it. and condense decades of experience into days. Don't reinvent the wheel. We've been doing this for a long time. We've seen the patterns. We know the habits. We know everything that's going on with it. So allow fitness professionals to help you stay accountable and stick to your holiday program. And finally, ask better questions. How can I improve my health and fitness during the holidays and still have fun versus why does this happen every year? You know, I don't want to be in this situation every year. So that's all for today, and I'm glad that you had a chance to come and see this, and I hopefully think that this will be something that will really impact you for the holidays, and I look forward to seeing you around, seeing you in the gym hopefully. All right. If anyone has any questions, I'll be glad to answer some questions and really dig down deep into some specifics you have, if you have any. I know there's some questions, there's got to be questions. Don't be bashful or anything. I've heard it all.
We don't one-on-one time with you.
Oh, one-on-one time. Okay. Well, she has the guest passes, so, you know, we do a free complimentary session. We do a fitness evaluation. The way that we don't just, just take someone in and say, hey, this is your program. You know, we actually sit down with you. We answer your questions. Find out what your specific goals are. We talk about your cardio uptake of oxygen. We talk about the way your body's structured. Do you have any muscles that are imbalanced? We go into detail about your body fat composition. So, I mean, it's really thorough. I mean, the second thing next to being a doctor, you know, we go really in detail about that. And then we take that information and use our database to really build you a program customized for you. So there's no room for failure with us. As long as you have the will and the heart and the drive to do it, then we're going to make a transformation, whatever you want to do. The world is yours, you know. Sky's the limit in terms of what you want to do with your fitness with us. So again, I'm glad that I was able to be here, and if you have any other further questions, feel free to email me. I'll leave my information, and as well as Kat. All right? Have a happy holiday season.
I like it. I like it. Just email me Okay. Yeah. You did a great job. Thank you. I was just going